Okay, just realized my audio was off. Okay, so I'm basically just making another list for mm, today's to-dos. Um, and one of them are one of them is going to be making some buildings in in a separate um, world. Let's add actual rocks to dike wall, and let's just do those two because I think it's going to be a pretty intensive day otherwise. So if we jump back over to Unreal, um, one thing I want to show is that the frame rate is just absolutely awful. If we go to our commands and we type stat FPS, we can see our FPS over here is like 5. And that makes it really difficult to operate and basically make changes. Like if you see, I'm zooming in and it's taking forever to zoom in. And then if I hit play, I just hit play and it's going to take quite a while to load the play screen. And look at that, FPS is also pretty bad. 3 bumps all the way up to 12. If I'm not looking at the grass, but if I look over at the grass, which is over there, if I start loading in grass in my viewport, then the FPS starts to tank. And so, anyways, it's really not good to be editing in this world whenever when in this level whenever my computer can't keep up with this rendering. And I've already made some changes to my performance here. Actually, no, I didn't, because I saved this and then did it afterwards. So I could change the material quality to low and then the viewport scalability to low. And even then, the FPS is still not that high. See, it's 5 or 6, and I'm just trying to render all this grass here, which looks terrible. Like I might as well not even have grass at this point. So yeah, long story short, we're gonna build our buildings in a different area or different level. So I actually went ahead and made a different level called buildings. And we're gonna open that up. And this is just a really small like platform thing that you can work on. And I'm gonna change all of our settings back to high quality, and the viewport is also high quality. And we're gonna make some of the buildings from SPSR on this platform, and then we'll bring them into the game so that we don't have to build them in the game. And you can see FPS is much better here on this. Um, so I actually created a couple buildings here just to test out how to make buildings. And I think I have a lot more to learn, but I'm getting there. Um, I really don't know how to make doors yet. I can do windows and walls and ceilings. So another thing I can do is I can also measure the size of buildings to make them the true size in Unreal as they are in real life. So I'm going to go to Google Earth, my friend Google Earth, and I'm going to go find the admin building, which I was actually on it already. So this is the admin building. And I'm going to basically measure the size of the admin building in real life from Google Earth, and then I'm going to translate that into Unreal. So in order to measure in Google Earth, you just hit this measure option, and then you click the points. So I see that the point right here is right at the ground, and then it probably goes out to here. I'm thinking, and I think we might just go with 11 meters. So 11 meters by 11 meters, just about. So pretty much this admin building in real life is 22 meters on side A and side B. So basically 11 meters, it's square. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and create a new floor in Unreal. I'm going to delete this one. And we're going to create a new one. We're going to go to shapes. Actually, no, we're going to go to our content drawer. We're going to go to starter content and then architecture. We're going to lay down a floor. And let's go ahead and measure how big this floor is by changing our perspective top. We'll go find the floor. And we'll get this measurement. This is 400 centimeters, which is 4 meters. So what that means is we need to, each one of these boxes is a meter. So remember, we're at 11 meters. So we need to make this snap to 100 so that it goes per meter. Actually, it's not that one. It is this one, I think. Toggle object resize. Yeah, so we're going to go to the 1 meter. We're going to, yep, there it is. So we're going to go out to 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we need to finish on this box. So, okay, it's a little too big. Let's go half. And then we'll do half of that. And it should get us to 11. All right. We just need to make 11 by 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're going to right here. And there's our platform. And if we jump into the game and hit play, we can go over to this platform and get an idea of how big the admin building is at its base. So it seems about right. Okay, while I'm here, I'm going to move the admin building up a little bit. I'm going to hit end, and it'll drop it down to the floor. I'm also going to change the size of the top, or sorry, the size of the floor, so that's a little bit thinner, basically like a concrete pad. We'll hit end and it'll drop it down. All right. So we got the base. Now we need to make the walls. And honestly, I'm just going to use a default wall here. And I think I'm going to snap this into place as well. We'll go 2.5. And let's put on surface. Yep, looks good. And I'm basically just going to put this on the back wall. I need to rotate that. And let's rotate this. Let's lock the rotation by 15 degrees so that we get an exact 90 degree. Right, and then we should be able to go right on the edge, but it's not quite there. Yeah, we want to snap to grid. Let's snap on the one. So it goes right there. Nope, that wasn't it either. 10. Yeah, that's it. Okay, cool. So we'll snap to the edge over here. One more side. Oh, not quite. Oh, it's like halfway in the middle, so we need to go even further. Nope, the other way. We need to go to 5. There we go. It's directly on. All right. So, oh, I'm getting a call. Let me just go audio off. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I had to talk to my girlfriend. Let me get some music in the background. Okay, where were we at? We were making the admin building. So one really fun shortcut I really like is I can click this wall and I hold down Alt and it'll duplicate the wall and then I just move it over and I can slide it right into place, right on that seam. And I can do the same thing with this one, move it over and slide that right into place. I'm going to also resize this and then rotate by 180. And move it over. Make sure it's in the right spot. Change my camera speed to something a little smaller. All right, I'm going to change the size of this so that it matches right up with that. All right, cool. So then I should be able to click all three of these and hold Alt and move that whole section over. Nice. I'll move that right into place, right there. And I'll do it again, but this time I'm going to rotate them 90 degrees and move them into place. Something's off. Oh, our base is not big enough. That's interesting. Pretty sure that's the case. Let's make sure our base is the right size. Let's do a top down. Let's count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we don't have our base big enough this direction. So I'm going to just bump it out by 1 and then move it down 1. Like that. And need to make sure that it's right on there. There we go. Okay. That way, we just need to move this wall, this wall, this wall over. Whoa, it's just like barely over. Might have to fix that. Down. Yeah, see that? Just barely overhead. Maybe I'll fix it, maybe I won't. I don't know, adds a little character, I guess. Okay, I'll select these three, hit Alt, and then move. Oh, whoops, I accidentally selected that one. select these three, hit Alt, and move this way. All right, let's double check that. That looks good. Yeah, now it's just ever so slightly under right there, but we'll just leave that as is. Not too worried about it. Okay, and then I might need a picture of the admin building because I don't know if the roof is slanted up, like in like a triangle, or if it's a flat roof. I don't remember. One thing I will say is that the front of the admin building, which let's put a mannequin down to be the front. And then let's change the light position to maybe be on the side. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Also on the side of the building, this side of the building, if I remember, had a window. So in my details, I'm going to switch this from a wall to a window. Let's do window. We'll do wall window 400 by 400. And I feel like we should probably do that. Maybe. I don't know. That's not terrible. And then I think this side had a window as well. Okay. And I know this one had a window. So did this one. And then this had two doors. But I'm not so sure I can do two doors. So we'll just do one door for now. Also, the admin building had a recessed front porch. I don't really know how deep the front porch was, so I'm just gonna maybe estimate here. And then this block also should probably go this way. And same thing here. Yep. And quite frankly, this window is probably misplaced. Same with this one, but I feel like this one had a window. Right there. Don't know if there was one there, but We'll do that. I think that's pretty accurate. So we should just be able to take this space, move it to the top. And then I think there was a pillar here, maybe a pillar here, maybe 4 pillars. This is why a picture would be handy, but that's okay. While I'm here, I think what I'll do is actually move this over, because I want to go ahead and make 2 doors. Let's change this size. Change this size. Oh, that does change the door size. That's fine. Let's play that. Let's see if that door is small enough or big enough. Yeah, it's not bad. So we'll duplicate this. Move that this way. Move that here to where they line up. And then let's bump this back out to there, maybe. That seems accurate. So I think there were 2 doors on the admin building. Unfortunately, with Google Earth, we can't see the admin building. Like, we can't see the front of it. I wonder if we have Google Street View. Google Maps. I would think that Google Earth has Street View. Show Street View. Okay. I think it's probably unrealistic to assume that Google Street View has gone all the way to camp, but worth a shot. Okay. So we're just gonna go off of memory here. I think there were 4 pillars. Let's see if we have pillar in our architecture. And we do. We're gonna lay 4 pillars down. And we'll get that lined up there. And we're gonna make this pillar a little bit smaller in the X and Y, and then a little bigger in the Z. Let's move it in the right spot right there. And then we need to make it just a little bit smaller in the Z. And let's change our snap feature here. Let's actually turn that off so we can go exactly where we want. Something like that. Looks like we're a little bit overhung. That's okay. All right, so we're gonna make 4 of these. Move that all the way to the right. Make sure that's lined up perfectly. Let's snap this back. There we go. Okay. And then we'll Alt drag this over to make 2 more. And right there and right there. Something like that. Okay, so these need to be Actually, this is looking pretty good. This is not too bad. I still think we need like a triangle roof. And like I said, we can't really see the admin building from Google Earth very easily. It almost looks like a triangle this way, doesn't it? Like this shadow kind of looks like a triangle. If anyone has a picture of the admin building, let me know. Spanish peaks, scallops, ranch. We have the image coming into camp. This is the scout log part of it. I guess there's this other limestone thing, but ooh, this will be good. This is the stage that we used to perform skits on. So I'm going to save this, and this will be stage. I'm going to put this in our temp because I have a SPSR directory here, so I'm just going to save that image. So I'll probably use that later. Um, these tents here are what we use to camp in, so I'm going to save this image to show what the tents look like, and I can refer to that later. I already did the flagpoles. I put down these wooden beams there for the flagpoles. I can show you that later. But ooh, what is this? Don't know what that is. All right. I think that's all the pictures I'll find of Speacer. Okay. So I want to start putting materials down for this building. Um, first one I'm gonna find or look for is the I-beam material because I'm pretty sure those beams in the front were I-beams. Go price is free. And then we're going to go texture material. And that's not a thing, but maybe there's an I-beam that's free. That one's a rusty I-beam. I don't know if it needs to be rusty. I guess we'll do rusty I-beam just because it's about as close as we can get. Oh, not available for Unreal Engine. Although, here it is. What the heck? It said not available for Unreal. Does it show up whenever I play? It does show up. And it has collision. I don't understand what that means then. All right, let's get this rotated to 90 degrees. And let's move it up. And then we'll scale it this way. Move it up a little more. And what was it? Did it look like that? Or like that? It's probably like that. And then let's swap this out and move this into place. And we only have to place one of these, and then we can pretty easily move it around. It just barely doesn't fit that. So I'm gonna resize it. Oh, I can make it longer. That's so cool. Dang, that's awesome. Now I need to make it taller to like there. And then move it over. And let's snap that into place. Move it over just so slightly. Oh, whoops. That just screwed it up. All right, let's first get this axis going. Okay, that one looks good. That looks good. And then doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, I guess. Okay, let's actually put it down ever so slightly so it doesn't stick out at the top. All right, now we'll Alt, move it over, Alt, move it over. And then Alt, move it over. Okay, and then I'm going to delete these blocks because we now have a rusty I-beam in place. Okay, so now we need a metal texture, metal material, metal building. And we're going to go into material texture, metal panels facade maybe? No, that's not it. We need to also make this free. Metal building, dirty metal, corrugated metal sheet. I think it was corrugated, wasn't it? Or it is corrugated. Dirty corrugated metal sheet. We'll add both of these and we can compare them. That one looks a little rusty. I think it was whiter. Metal edged concrete. That's not it. Painted corrugated sheets. Yes. This is more like it. Because I think it's white. I think the building is white. See, that looks white to me. Okay, so basically all of these side walls here, we're gonna make white texture, the white material. And so on the material, we're gonna just drag our recent, this should be from the fab, mega scans, surfaces, painted corrugated sheets, medium material, and then we're going to drop this material down onto that building. Yeah, that looks pretty accurate. They might be a little bit too close together there, but I don't think it looks terrible. And then we'll make this concrete. So let's go to fab. Let's go find concrete. Materials and textures, smooth concrete. That looks great. We'll go add to project. And with our floor selected, we're going to go to mega scans, surfaces, smooth concrete, medium, material, drop that right on there like that. And that's going to be our concrete. And that doesn't look too great. I think we can get a better one. So I'm going to go back to the fab. I'm going to look for concrete floor. I think we can get one that looks more like a concrete floor. Yeah, here we go. I'm also going to make this high quality because we are in a smaller world level. We don't have as much to render out. So switch that out. Drop that down. That looks much better. Let's see what the light looks like in a different location. Yeah. All right. Now we just need to make the admin building look more like a building instead of a box. I think we need to give it a little bit of a pitch on the roof. Again, I don't have a great picture, but what I think it is, you can kind of see it's kind of like a triangle up here, and then a triangle there, triangle there. Whoops, don't need to see that. I feel like I want to play this really quick just to make sure it looks right to size. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. That is the admin building for sure. So we might put in the bathroom here. Maybe put some computers on the side and then like a big table in the middle because there was this like table back here. And then I really don't think I want to render, I don't want to build the office in the back here or the showers right here because that doesn't really, whenever I think of the admin building in camp, that's not what I remember. Even though they were added and they were great additions to camp, I don't know if I want to add them. I mean, let me know if anyone's got different opinion there because I know the women and the girls they would use these showers, and so maybe there's some sentiment to actually bringing them in. But yeah, this is also just the first pass at making a building. I'm really excited to actually drop this into the real world or into our Spanish Speak Scout Ranch. So, all right. So first things first, let's make a roof. I'm going to go to architecture, starter content. Let's see if we can make a roof. I don't see any obvious way to make a roof, so I might have to make one with a wall. So let's see if we can make one with a wall. Oh, I'm going to also add corrugated paneling to this roof here. Need to remember where I found that. Surfaces, painted, corrugated sheets, material. I'm gonna drop that on. I think I'm gonna actually download high quality assets now because, like I said, we're in a very specific world here. Painted, corrugated, corrugated sheets. And we'll look for the free one. Materials. painted corrugated sheets. And we're going to download high quality. I'm going to add that to project. And then I'm going to just drop that onto top there. That's much higher quality. And then same thing, all of the side walls are going to also get updated with the new material. And we'll drop the high quality right down there, like that. And that should look a little bit better. Okay, so I want to bring this up. Don't know really how I want to do the roof, but we're going to give this a try. I don't know what the pitch is at, but we'll give this a shot. Seems a little high, but what do I know? I feel like we probably want to intersect ground like that. While we're here, I'm going to make this a lot smaller in that way, because the roof is probably an actual sheet, a sheet of like aluminum or something. Give it a little bit of an awning. Honestly, that feels a little too aggressive, so I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. And then let's raise it up just a tad, just so there's a little bit of an overhang. And we'll give it just a little bit of an overhang over there, and a little bit there. Okay, so that's going to be our first one. Let's move that over. And let's snap this into toggle object resize, toggle object snap to grid when you move them. We're going to put this on. We'll leave it on 1, I guess, because we just need to line this up here. And same thing here. Oh, that might be the other way around. Yeah, I might have this backwards. Let me select all 3 of these. Do a quick 90 degrees. And then put those this way. And I don't really know what to do with the sides. I guess we can build up the wall just a little bit, maybe, or like intersect the wall somehow. I still need to figure out how to maybe dissect shapes and geometric shapes to make them basically triangles. But I think I might be able to just elongate this like that. And then alt this rotate it 180. And then move it right into place. That. You get those lined up exactly right. Let me change my camera speed here. Those. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Move that over. Perfect. All right. Now I need to make these a little bit smaller. And I'm going to turn off my size snap so that I can really finely tune this. Same with these three. Really want to finely tune. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, that's kind of cool. I see what just happened. I had everything selected and it changed the size on everything there. Not the end of the world. Okay, now I need to fill this void with a triangle, basically. We're going to leave that as is. I think that looks pretty good. We're also going to add our metal corrugated material onto that. And hopefully it's not sideways, it's straight down. Yep, that looks good. And then we need to make like a triangle here. Let's figure out how to do that. I'll change my fly speed just a little bit so I can go a little faster. Okay. How to make a triangle wall. If only Unreal had AI integrated. Triangle wall in Unreal. How to make a basic triangle. Just grab, cross, change the number of sides. Okay, that doesn't work. How to make a triangle wall. Unreal Reddit. Make it in Blender. Yeah, right. Or just use cubes, resize them, just make off the map. Use a modeling tool in the engine. You can also cut the meshes in modeling tool. Just make it the same way you would make any other asset. Don't know what they mean by that. It could be talking about modeling in a sense of triangle wall, in the sense of opening it up this way. So this is the wall itself. And I don't know how to basically cut it up. I feel like I should be able to make a wall, but I don't know. Let's see if the fab has an extra wall that's a triangle. Triangle wall. And let's look for 3D. And that's an actual triangle. Let's go price is free. I just need like a 3D wall. Nothing crazy. Not asking for much. Building an architecture. Okay, these are like straight up like meshes. Technically our wall's a mesh too, but that's not going to work. All right, so how do we make a wall out of this? Um, well, we have collision, we have UV channels. Oh, uh, asset, window, convex decomposition, whatever that is, tools. Oh, okay, let's just Google this one more. How to make a triangle wall in Unreal Engine. Create triangle. Adds a new triangle to the mesh and returned its ID. This will make an encapsulating polygon and any missing edges. Okay, so that's in the blueprint. Um, add a new triangle to the mesh. So it's called create triangle. So I think what I need to do is go to content drawer. We'll go new blueprint. We're going to call this an actor. We're going to call this triangle wall 500 by 500. No spaces. 500 by 500. And if we open this up, we have our blueprint, and we'll go to our event graph, and we'll type create triangle. Wait, here's triangles. Let's see. API blueprint adds a new triangle to the mesh and return its ID. This will also make an encapsulating polygon. Not sure what this means by navigation, so that's kind of throwing me off. Construction, maybe create triangle. No. Create triangle. Oh, this is on the event tick, so I don't think this is it. I think we need this to be in the construction script. We'll create triangle, and let's put it into there, and then put this into viewport. Set viewport, remove viewport, switch. I did look up how to do this. So send. Let's see, Unreal. Send instruction to viewport. Viewport controls. Nope, that's not it. Let's do blueprint. Viewport communication in Unreal. Open viewport. Let's see what this one is. Oh, that's like sound. Never mind. Control blueprints with widgets. Not that. Maybe we can open up the blueprint for this wall. And let's see what the blueprint looks like. And then compare. So this one, this isn't a blueprint though. This is like something else is going on here. Yeah, see, I can't see a blueprint. This is a mesh. Let's try this. Unreal 5, how to make new meshes. Create custom mesh. Oh, nice. Okay, so that was easy. Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of that. So basically what he showed me in that video was you put down a wall, and let's like move it over here so we can see it. You put down a wall, and you use the modeling node, and you go to select, and then you cut. Cut the current selected faces. Well, I have it cut. Or I haven't cut it. Before we do that, let's actually grab one of these and drag it over. Oops. And let's actually cut this guy. And we'll just drop it down there. Get it up on its side, maybe. That. Okay, now how do I cut this? Let's watch again. Oh, polycut. Okay, you go to model, and you hit polycut. So you go to model, you go to polycut, and then we just need to cut through. So how do we cut? Cut through, trim inside, trim outside, cut to Boolean rather than curve projection. Shape needs to be something. Not really sure. Oh, I see. This is what we're using to cut with. Don't understand, but okay. Let's rotate this maybe. Rotate this by 45. Circle, rectangle. Not sure how that's a rectangle, but okay. Oh, the rectangle's the red part. Maybe. Is it like a rectangle plane? Let's see if I change that to custom rec. Yeah, okay, and that turns it to a square. turns into a circle, and then it just makes some sort of cut. I'd rather draw a polygon. Click repeatedly on the plane to draw a polygon. Okay. Move you out of the way. And draw a polygon. Go there, and there. And then accept. Plane cut? Yeah. I'm okay with that. So to do a plane cut, then I just rotate this by 45. Make sure this is on the right axis. Is that straight up and down? I can't tell anymore. See if we can normalize this. Okay, let's try this again. Let's copy this guy, move it over, move it down. And then rotate. And then rotate that up. And then we'll rotate by 45 so we can get an even triangle. Drop that down. All right, that looks better. Okay, so now we just do a plane cut. We'll go to polycut. We'll do I think there was a plane cut in here, wasn't there? Plane cut. Oh, whoops. We already did the original cut. Don't want that. We'll do plane cut. And then let's just move this down to get some sort of even triangle. We really just need that to snap. So let's snap that. And boom, there's our triangle. All right, we'll accept that. And now we should be able to move our triangle and make it a little bit bigger this way or that way. So that's great. And we re-add our mesh. Does that recalculate the mesh for us? Let's try it. And I don't think it does, but that's okay. It'll still blend in. Either way, oh my god. That's scary. It just ruined our whole building. I'm realizing I should have duplicated that mesh because obviously it's showing that is cut now. So I'm going to redo this now that I have a process down. I'm going to duplicate my wall, and then over on my editor on the right side, you can't see it, but I'm going to rename it to triangle. And then this out of the way. And then we'll get to cutting, and hopefully that won't screw up again. So let's drop it down and make it 90 degrees that way and 45 this way. And then we'll come back and do another poly cut or a plane cut. We need to get this exactly. Look right there. Yeah, that's perfect. It's good. And did it screw up our house? Let's accept it. And it did. It did screw up our house. I think that is because we're literally cutting the original wall. Um, so I think what I need to do is duplicate the wall. Oh, I know. I think I'll just use this triangle wall that I created earlier. That's good. And then this is the only wall that's going to be manipulated. I'm going to make that a little thinner. Go any thinner, maybe there. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, let's do this one more time. Put on 45. Go to a plane cut. Make sure we're right on. That looks good. We'll accept it. And look at that. Didn't jack with my stuff. Okay. So this time, should be able to just put it right there. And then let's rotate 180 degrees. Move this up. Whoops, not what I wanted. Move this up. Move this over, and I'm just going to match up the vertices here. And then should be able to just match this up like that. That down. And then we can just make this a little bit bigger. I want to make it longer though. I need to make it longer. But how? Um, hmm. Can I drag a vertice? Triangle edit? Oh my god, am I able to drag that? Are you serious? Whoa. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what I want. Triangle edit, and then I want to delete that. And then I just need to make this an actual triangle by going out this way. Line that up. There's too much going on here. I just don't know what's happening. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. We'll accept that, sure. Triangle edit. Let's delete that. Let's delete that. I need this vertice to go up. There we go. So go a little further. Change my flight here. There we go. We'll accept that. And let's edit this triangle. Let's delete you. We'll accept that. Not a big fan. I'm going to take you, delete you, take you, delete you, take you, delete you. Let's edit this triangle, take you, delete you, accept that. We got these other weird lines. Delete that. Some weird lines going on up there, but let's also see if we can drag our mesh onto our material onto that triangle. It's going to be painted corrugated. I'm going to go material and put that onto there. Now that looks just awful. Okay. So that's not the way to go. Well, we'll figure that out. I think I'll play with that some more at some point. But this is a good first pass at buildings. The commissary might be a little bit easier because it's all squares and rectangles. I don't think there's any triangles. Okay. So this building's looking fairly good. Let's see if there's any windows in our starter content, architecture. Okay, it's just walls. Let's go to our fab and look for a window. And this window looks amazing. Add project. Let's drop this window in. And we're just going to post this window right here. Just like that. And honestly, we could probably just make another one. Put it in there like that. Yeah. That'll get the job done. Let's grab both of those. Alt drag. And literally just put it right there. Same thing. Can't even see through the windows, that's fine. And then same thing over here. On this side. Oh, that was perfect. Didn't even have to see that. It was like a no look. I'm gonna spin this one around. Maybe move it in just a tad. I'll probably spin this one too. Move it in. There we go. They seem a little big, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna Alt move these. Spin them 90 degrees. And move them this way. Move this guy in just a little bit. All right, now we'll Alt move them this direction. There we go. All the windows are closed. Now we just need some doors. So content drawer, fab, and we'll do like strop door, maybe. Don't forget to go free. And these doors had like bars on them, kind of like this. I think maybe they didn't. Maybe they did on the outside. This actually looks pretty decent. Add this one. Not available for use within Unreal. See, I don't know what that means. Because I was using one earlier that definitely said the same thing, but it was definitely I'm using some of it right now. Actually, it's this I-beam. Ooh, this might be pretty good. What does the other side look like though? Oh, it's nothing. I don't like that. We need door handles on both sides, people. Coffee shop environment? Oh, that's cool. Door for garage. And of course, there's just going to be garage doors. But in the off chance, maybe there's a human door. Yeah, like these. See, this one looks amazing, but it's not for Unreal. White door. Is there a handle on the other side too? Oh, there's not. Okay, well, I do like this one. So let's add this because for now, this is just going to be on the outside. And let's resize it. Let me shut off that. Make this just a tad smaller. Oh, that's almost perfect. Yeah, that works. And can we set it in just a little bit without peeking through? Oh, yes. Oh, baby. That's great. All right, we'll just move that over with an Alt click. Same thing. There we go. Okay. This is looking great. I think there's like a bench right here, maybe. I'm gonna go Control Save All just so that I don't accidentally lose all of my progress. I'd be very upset if I did. Content drawer, fab, let's do uh, wood stump. Look for a free version. I'm pretty sure the admin building had like a little stump that you could sit on. That had like a back cut out, very rough um, outline of a seat cut from like a chainsaw. I don't see any that are free. Let's see if any that are paid for. That's kind of what we're going for. Stump seat. Stump seat, stump seat, stump seat. Wooden. Let's see. Let's just search stump seat. Okay, that's certainly what we're going for, but it's $5 and not. I don't really like it. We could just put a stump in. Let's do 3 stumps. Just like a log. People will see it and they'll know. They'll know what it is. Whoa, that's freaking huge. Doesn't need to be that big, bro. Okay, I need to snap this because this is way too big. You snap it a little bit smaller, even smaller. Okay. All right, I think that's a good size. Can I go even smaller though? Maybe just a little bit smaller. Yeah. That seems fine. Okay, we do need a light right here. I'm pretty sure there was a light there. So we're gonna go to Fab. Let's put in floodlight. We need like an actual light. Maybe outside light. Yeah. Industrial wall light. Nice. Um, where's it at? Make it bigger. Mm, oh, where the heck is it? All right, I'm pretty sure you don't exist. I'm gonna try for a different one. Wall light. Um, Second, I'll be right back. More water. All right, got some more water. Let's see what this one looks like. It's not that great. I don't know why these things aren't rendering. Yeah, I'm just not able to see it. Hmm. There's a little bit of clipping there I need to probably remediate. This is a good start though. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. This building. Get rid of you. Move you in there. So basically this whole building is all going to be grouped together. So I'm going to take all of these walls, four beams, windows, group it all. Then if we move this, we should be able to see what we've missed. And we missed the floor and the roof. So we're just going to drag those into the group. Call that group. All right, and then we'll group those. We should be able to take this group actor and make sure we have everything moved into the group, and we do. It's all together. And then I think all we do is we take this group actor and we create an actor out of it. Or, sorry, we create a level instance. And we can call this admin building. All right. Now if we open up our actual camp level, is this one, we can bring the admin building into the real level. All right, so I'm just gonna bring this in and then I'm probably gonna go to the gym. So we're gonna replace our admin building. Let me change my flight. Be something a lot faster. And all we need to do is go to our SPSR content with buildings. I put it in levels. That's where I put it. That's okay. And then we just literally bring our admin building out to the real world. And we can delete this one. We take our admin building and we rotate it 180 degrees. Whoa. And we move it over and put it where it belongs. I think I'm actually going to level off the ground first. I definitely need to lower some of our scalability factors here. We'll go low there. Okay. And then we're going to just flatten this whole area. And I think I also want to smooth out the side here. Please don't crash. I feel like my computer's about to crash. All right. We'll go to selection mode. Go to our content drawer again. Take out our admin building. Drop it down. Same thing, we're going to rotate it. Maybe. Figuring it out. Let's go. Not sure why I can't rotate it. Just rotating my camera. And if I select it again. Wow. It's crazy slow. All right, if we select admin building now through the outliner, does that work? Literally can't select the admin building. Can't really select anything. Wow, my computer is really hating me right now. All right, let's just delete it again. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, we almost had it. You can do it. I can't even select the axis that I want to rotate it on. There we go. All right, 180. Awesome. Okay. Admin building is put into place. Now let's see what that looks like in relation to the mountain. And I'm going to change scalability back to high. And I'll put material on high too. Let's change where the sun is coming from. Just to get a little bit different of an angle. Yeah, we'll keep it dark. How about that? That's really dark. If we keep it dark, does our FPS go up? Is it still calculating all of those random changes? And I also put a point light here, like right above there. Let's add one. I'm going to put a point light right there. And if it's dark, attenuation radius, make that pretty high. We don't want point light. I think we want directional light. So I'm going to delete that point light. This is literally impossible. I'm going to go back to viewport scalability, go back to low. And same thing with material quality. Okay, there we go. I can actually fly around now. All right, let's put a different light type. I think we want spotlight. Yeah, that's what we want. And we'll move it up. Oh, well, for some reason I can't actually move these things. Like it's not wanting me, it's not allowing me, but if I make it movable, I guess I can change the Z location manually here. Let me do that. Put it up there. And let's put it back just a little bit. Let's rotate it down. Like that. We're going to open up the light scatter. Attenuation radius needs to be a little bit bigger. The outer cone angle needs to be a little bit bigger as well. Make it like that. And then let's also angle it down just a little bit. Okay, cool. Now what happens if I make it nighttime? Whoa, look at that. Maybe if you can. There we go. Let's bump up the intensity. Honestly, making this radius a little bit bigger is probably going to be good. Same with the outer cone radius. And then I'm going to move it up. Move it back. Move it up. There we go. That looks pretty good. And then, yeah, we move our player start to the camera. We hit play. Also gonna save everything. And let's play it. Honestly, there's no reason to play it because it's probably going to be really choppy. But do I get the right feel? Yeah, this feels pretty good. It's pretty accurate. Needs a few more moths around the light, but the admin building is now in the level. It's in the environment. Cool. Make it daytime again. We'll leave the light there. Go ahead and save all that. And let's look at our list. Make some buildings, add actual rocks to dike wall. Didn't get the second one done. Unfortunately, I have no more time. I'm gonna go to the gym. But thanks for sticking around and watching me fumble with triangles in building the admin building. So little by little, we'll get all of Spanish Peak Scout Ranch built. All right, I'll see you guys later.